everyone, I'm Becky.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we're talking about Wake the Bones by Elizabeth Killcoyne, which I got the ebook off of NetGalley.
And I got the ebook off of Edelweiss.
Okay, so this book is about Laurel Early. And I'm trying to think of how to describe this book because it's kind of... So Laurel was just supposed to have finished her freshman year in college, but she failed out and she withdrew. So she went home to her small rural hometown, where she's been raised by her uncle on a tobacco farm. And when she gets there, like, monsters start appearing. And as she spends time with her best friend Isaac and her kind of boyfriend Ricky and Ricky's brother Garrett, I can't even think of how to describe it. Like, it's like slowly, like, things are
weird monsters are popping up and she's got to figure out how to stop it.
Basically, that's it. And I feel like I'm having a hard time explaining this because I feel like this book didn't know what it was.
No.
Like, you would have, like, a lot of, like, supernatural, like, they're attacked by this giant monster creature. And then, like, for the next, like, 60 pages, there's just, like, drama about, like, can we come out? Like, is somebody going to come out? And, like, family drama and all this stuff. And then I'd be like, wait, did I misunderstand? And it wasn't supernatural? And then something would happen. And so it was, like, very uneven.
It was, I kept falling asleep when I was reading this book. Like, there were certain parts that, like, I could stick with, like the supernatural parts, like, they kind of kept me entertained, but, like, by and large, like, I was bored.
Well, and I feel like the language is really well done. Like, I think, like, in a storytelling, no, not even a storytelling aspect, like, in an actual, like, way the words are put together, there's, like, some poetry to it. But I think, like, the narrative didn't quite work.
This is giving me strong Bone Gap vibes.
See, and at the beginning I was like, it was kind of Bone Gappy, but to me, no. Like, and I loved Bone Gap, and to me this was.
I hated it, so. But
the thing with Bone Gap was you knew the characters.
Yeah.
In this, you don't know the characters.
Not really, but I don't know if I want to know the characters. Like, they're not compelling enough for me to want to know them.
Well, and I feel like, and maybe I just wasn't paying as much attention as I should have, but I feel like the story, like, kind of would jump.
It was like, we're going to be supernatural if we decide to be supernatural, if we're going to be on this one, like, home, like, land, this one piece of land. But, like, when we don't feel like being supernatural, we're just going to kind of go somewhere else.
But, like, I would feel like something bad would happen, and then it, like, there was no real resolution to it. It was just, like, all of a sudden, like, jump ahead. And, like, it's almost like you missed an episode of a TV show.
I didn't really feel that.
And I know, like, I felt like it was uneven. And again, maybe I wasn't paying enough attention.
The most interesting character was the psychic that worked at the store.
And she wasn't even really in it that much.
She was the most interesting character.
I will say, this is a book with a dental trauma trigger warning. And when we got to that part, I was like, oh God, that's what it is. So I was like, what's dental trauma trigger? Like, what is that? But I just, like, the publishers are pushing this really, really hard.
It's gross.
And, like,
it's gross in a horror, like, but, like, gross in a horror way. But, like, if you like that stuff, like, that's not going to bug you.
Right. But, you know, I'm thinking, I remember when I read the book Monstrumologist. Did you read the Monstrumologist? So it's literally, like, it's Victorian times, and it's literally about this boy who's an orphan, and he's taken in by this man who's the monstrumologist, and they literally investigate monsters and murders that the monsters did. I believe it's written by Rick Yancey. It got Prince honors. But I remember listening to the book in the car, and there's a part where they're talking about digging up a body, and, like, they're talking about maggots and, like, oozy bits. And I remember thinking it was so gross, but it really, like, I remember, like, literally, like, driving and being like, gross, 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 but it really worked with the story. I don't know if these moments that were, like, extreme worked as well with the story. And so I don't know. I just, and like, I didn't really feel anything about it. That's part of my problem. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I wasn't like you falling asleep. I didn't love it. I didn't care about the characters, but did I feel really compelled to keep reading or did I just get it done? I don't know. I'm like very neutral. Like,
No, I'm
is
not.
this is another one of those arguments though. Is this a teen book? This book is going to come in and it's going to be in my teen section. The character is 19. You
And
know,
she's working through how to be an adult.
I feel like, I mean, this is definitely, if there was really a new adult genre, this would be a new adult. But I think it's only going to be in teen because it would get lost in adult. But I think an adult might respond better to it. I don't know how well a teen would read this book.
I think you're right. It'll get lost in adult, and she's learning to navigate becoming a new adult.
Right. So I don't really have anything else to say. Like I said, I didn't have a reaction. I wasn't blown away. I wasn't disgusted. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it.
I did not like it.
So I guess we should just rate it.
Okay.
Our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we did not like it, it is a horse.
I'm fluctuating between a horse and 2 unicorns. I think 2 unicorns because the writing wasn't terrible. Like the words were put together pretty well, but yeah, overall, like I was not a fan.
See, and I'm between a 2 and a 3, and I don't know. Like I'm at like a solid 2.5, and I don't know if I want to round up or round down. Because like I said, like it was okay. Like I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I guess that means I'm at a 2. So that is where we are at on Wake the Bones, and we'll see you around. Bye.
Bye.